All right, here we go again. It is Friday on October 11th. Okay. I'm going to show you a bunch of the trades. We're going to go over the hybrid trade with the aggressive side and the regular C3 algo side and how they work together. And then I'm also going to show you on the aggressive side the new long-term trade. I'm trying to get 50 to 100 ticks on these guys, minimum 20. But we'll see a couple of these trades. So hang in there with me. I'm going to show you this again so that way you know how to trade this trade. Okay. First trade came pretty early in the morning. I was pretty happy about this one. This is at 5:07 in the morning on the aggressive side. Uh, Now the green line is above, but I'm not looking at that trade. I'm just looking at, okay, just the aggressive side. So I knew that I was going to have a trade coming up because of the blue crosses right here, prices moving up. And I had an entry point on the regular side of C3 algo right about 73-ish right there, okay? So the price came all the way up here. It got me in already. This is 507, and then we get the blue arrow on the very next bar right there. And so, but I was already in a little bit before then. So the bar came up and then it was a quick, easy trade, 20 ticks, because it did bounce and then it got me back out. And so happy about that trade at 508. Very next trade I want to talk about is this trade. Now this is part two of this hybrid of not really. This is the I call it the micro trade basically. It's the long-term trade. This is my gold standard trade. I'm hoping because I'm trying to get about between 20 to 100 ticks on this trade. But you see this red line right here? This red line, it's an indicator. It's got its own quantities. I was going through the bars and I had a sell placed in at about 90.25. Red bar is coming down. It got me in. Now with a green let me show this caveat. With the green bar here, I'm only taking buys unless the red line goes through one of these bars, okay, or touches. So basically, I'm just placing my fishing lure right at this depth, about 90.25. Now, it did come in, it got it. It's at 537. It got me out. Super happy about that. So it's has nothing to do with the aggressive side or the regular C3 algo trade. This is just the red line trade, okay? And so, and then conjunction two, again, I'm only taking buys with this guy as well. And so when this guy did close, I took the 542 trade. It did bounce around a little bit. This one, another one that got me out at 20 ticks when it did bounce because it candlewick shot up, came back down, and then eventually came back up anyways. But with the green line on this side of the ribbon, that's only taking the sells, okay? And so, in reverse side of this thing, took this sell. So here's three trades I want to show you about. So this is trade one, trade two, trade three, and they all worked out for me and sit pretty good today, this early in the morning. So when the red arrow closed, it got me in. I pushed the sell button and it did bounce around a little bit, had to go up and down, but it eventually did get me out. And so on the close of this thing, but these are three trades. So far we've gone through four trades from 507 all the way to uh, basically 40 minutes it took. So that was those three trades. Not yeah, kind of happy with that. It's again, I'm trying to catch big moving trends between 20 to 100 ticks movement on that particular trade. It's hard just sitting there waiting to roll out because most time I trade more contracts and I try to get between 5 to 20 ticks and that's it. Okay, the next trade happens at 6:06 this morning. It was a red line trade. When I had a sell sitting right here, just tracing along as the price is moving up, just waiting for it to see what happened. Sure enough, it came in. It got in at about 73. I think I got a little lower in that one. Popped down, and there was a couple minutes before then, but this was between 73 all the way down to 71. And I believe it got close to it. Did bounce around a little bit before it got me out, somewhere around 708. And so this was another trade. Again, I'm waiting for this red line to go in the opposite direction because the greens are telling me to take a sell. the green line is telling me to take a sell the whole way. I got in a little earlier. If I wanted to wait, I could have waited and then waited for that thing to pop. But this is another trade I took. I wanted to see what would happen if it was to go the other way because I did miss this buy. So still looking for sells on this trade right here. Okay, I found it. Now I did want to point out too my losses. I do have losses. They do happen every single day. Not every day, but most days. And so I'm going to show you what it was, what I won't do next time, and also to the next trade got me out of it as well. So let me just show you this. So again, with the green line above the ribbon, I'm only taking sells. Here was a sell, but this is the problem. This was on the bottom of the support line. This is the bottom price. Like this is not a good place to take a trade because it's going to bounce on you and potentially hurt you. So I took a trade right here. I didn't go all the way down, didn't get me all out of all my ticks, which was unfortunate. And then it bounced back up. And in reverse side, I was in a different type of trade. I was looking for the buy because on the hybrid trade, this is a hybrid trade at 643. You see the aggressive side and then also the original. And I had a buy placed in right about 346. It went in, got me out, made tons of money. Because I only traded micros, it was pretty much a wash between these two trades, which was unfortunate, but I still didn't think about it. So later on today, I made the decision. I was like, okay, don't do this trade because it was the very top. It was hitting the resistance line, and there was potential for trade. And I said, let's not do that. When it's on the top and the bottom of the support and resistance lines of the market, then yeah, it's definitely not a place that I want to be at. So yeah, trade didn't want to take it, but I shouldn't have taken him, I should say. But between these two, it was a complete wash for that. Okay, last trade I want to show you is this trade right here. I've been dabbling with this red line and playing with it. Now I want you to pay attention this time. This is an aggressive side. This is where I'm trying to catch major trends, which it did trend up there, but I put the red line. I mean, I was already in here for because of this trade. It got me out. And then I was looking for a red line somewhere between uh, these two. This is 643, this is 645. So it got me in at about 49.25, and it rode up and down for a little while and eventually got me out. And then this trend happened. Unfortunately, I didn't quite make as many ticks as I'd like to because I got myself out because after hanging around for a few minutes. But this would have been about a 40 tick win because it did shoot up almost instantaneously. And so I took a small win on this one, but still I was okay with the small win. But yeah, if you look at it, if you would have gotten in somewhere about the 49-ish mark, I mean this thing went all the way up to yeah, 64. So let's just say $20, 20, that's 80 ticks in between here somewhere. So easily could have made more money, but because it bounced in between. And this is what I'm working with is that when these red lines cross, but it didn't the candle it went through, but then the bars doesn't show it. But just want to show the last trade. All right, guys, that's all the trades I want to show you for today. So these indicators are proprietary. I get my everything from Cort. He tells me exactly what numbers to put in there to make those indicators do the magic they do, and then it's just my opportunity, my job to, and I guess my discretion too, is when I push the buy, when I push the sell button. So there's just so much things going on. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I win. Sometimes hopefully I don't lose more than I win. But yeah, overall um, today was a good Friday. One of our other group members, he did fantastic. He was showing me his accounts, and so he's got I think 5 or 6 pro accounts, and all of them were in the green because he's trying to build up through Apex to be able to have another withdrawal. So that's gonna be awesome to see that. All right, that's all I got for you. Have a great weekend. I think Monday may be a bank holiday. So if that's the case, then I'm not going to be trading Monday. But if it's not, then I'll still be trading. But I think it's Columbus Day, so banks are closed on Columbus Day. So yeah, just be aware of that. If not, I will see you on Tuesday. All right, guys, make sure you say prayers, and I will see you next time.